Cale Makar and Connor Ingram walk into an overtime together. The result is always the same. Avs win 3-2 over the Arizona Coyotes in overtime.
Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
Mechanically, with underlyings, from the second period on, I honestly don't know that the Avs can play any better than they did in this game, outside of getting the puck to go into the net. The third period was literally a perfect hockey period. The Avs outshoot the Coyotes 19-0. Somehow, the Avs don't win that period on the scoreboard because none of their shots go in, but hockey like that is just going to dominate games. From the second period on, they outshot the Coyotes 31-8, which is just okay, I guess. And even the first period, which was more even in the underlyings, still had a lot of good play from Colorado. And I think the important thing here is they didn't let this game get away from them. Yes, there was a bad stretch. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't like the Kings game where they were conceding 2-goal leads and not able to get back in. It started the opposite. The Avs score first early. Newhook wins a faceoff in the defensive zone and ends up getting an assist for it. Faceoffs only matter when they matter, I guess, right? This one goes back to Brad Hunt, and this isn't an amazing play. This isn't fancy. Hunt's just going to take this puck, easily get it out to safety, flips it up high into space, gives his guy a chance. It's not going to work very often, but it will work occasionally, and that's what happens here. Malgin gets on his horse, a bit of a bad read from the defense on Arizona's side, is able to get to the puck, has the speed, gets to the outside. This isn't a great goal by Ingram, but Malgin does a good job of getting it towards the middle, putting it on his backhand, and flipping it to a spot where Ingram is not. Malgin magic is beyond science at this point. I'm done trying to explain it. As long as he's doing things and scoring goals, just ride it. The Avs are just getting punished for their mistakes a lot right now, and this game was no different. The game is tied about 5 minutes later off of really just one, not even horrible play, but just not good enough. Initially, this is a nothing play for Arizona. It's a 2-on-3 entering into the zone, except some contact for Byram, and he loses his skate blades. You'd love to see him be a little bit stronger on his skates there. Doesn't go his way. The unfortunate part here is Byram, I don't even know if he does this on purpose, but he makes a play from his knees where he gets a piece of this puck, and it does not work out for Colorado. Almost certainly they'd be safe if that puck gets through. Cale probably puts it to the corner or curls with it or at least pokes it away from Arizona. Byram gets just enough of it to throw it directly back to Michelli. Maybe the worst case scenario. And then the reads here from Colorado are bad. Both Byram and Nichushkin committing to Michelli. No one covering the trailer. The Avs back checkers on the forward are just not involved in this play. So a couple of issues there. Even with all of that, it still takes luck for the Coyotes. As they cut to the middle here, Makar does get beat a little bit initially, does not play this super well, but he does take away the pass, so credit there. Forces the shot. Georgiev makes the initial shave. It kicks off of Makar's skate right there, and perfectly out for Arizona. That's just tough. That puck's going to end up in the back of your net, even though you really played it okay at the end, even if the start was bad. I can live with that. Plays like that happen. Obviously, you want a better play from Byram there, finding a way to stay on his skates, or better support from the players around him. Sure. But when a tough bounce goes your way after the mess, you know what? There's only so much you can do to prevent things. The other goal the Avs give up in the first, I have much more of a problem with, though. Again, your best players cannot be costing you critical plays. And Nathan MacKinnon's just been doing too much of that recently. Again, not that dangerous of a play to start for Arizona here. It's a 2-on-2 up the ice, but really shouldn't be anything too dangerous as Byram is able to take his angle and prevent anything crazy from happening. Just not that hard to cut that off. MacKinnon is the third guy back for Colorado, so there's not an odd man rush here. And the thing is, MacKinnon just doesn't defend anything. He just kind of floats into the zone. He does a half head check there, does another half head check here, but does not see the man coming down the near side of the ice at all. You have your other defenders. They didn't play amazing, right? The puck carrier gets away from Byram a little bit. Taves is with his man, but not super tight. But the third man in has to be taken by a forward. They're just their job, and MacKinnon takes nothing. He just stands there completely unawares and gives up a grade A chance where eventually Keller beats Georgiev. I know Nathan MacKinnon scored a goal later, and we'll get to that, and it's good that he helped make up for this play, but on the whole, his play really was not that good in this hockey game. I don't think Mikko Rantanen's play was that good either, and that's an impossible standard. I get it. MacKinnon has been producing like crazy for Colorado over this stretch, but the Avs need him to do more than just produce. They need him to win them games, and plays like that do not win games. I'm going to be honest, I don't even think there was an execution issue for Colorado through the rest of this game. I thought they were creating good opportunities. Puck just wasn't going in for them. It was going to take an all-world play to get the puck into the net, and even with the mistake earlier, it's exactly what Nathan MacKinnon brings you to get this game back to tied. Check the setup here. Nathan MacKinnon working on the near side instead of the far side of the ice for this power play. They have Lecky out on the wing and Mikko as the in behind the net guy. Mikko does work there some, but you don't see MacKinnon on this side very often. And wouldn't you know it, a little bit of a different look works for Colorado. The little bit of low to high. It's not even that high, really. MacKinnon barely gets to the half wall, but Mikko drags all of Arizona's forwards down along with the other multiple players Colorado has in deep, and that gives MacKinnon enough space to walk in, get people moving their bodies the wrong direction, open up a lane, and then this is just an all-world shot, no doubt about it. That's why he's Nathan MacKinnon, because he can do that at any moment. Doesn't matter if he's playing terribly. Doesn't matter if the team isn't clicking. Does not matter if the other team is Arizona, Tampa Bay, or Boston, any team in the world. Nathan MacKinnon can just walk in and do that. I skipped over it because it wasn't really relevant. The Avs actually did score a goal earlier in the second period, but it was a pretty clear hand pass play and was waved off immediately, so you don't have to go too in-depth on that. Instead, with this MacKinnon goal, you're a little over halfway through the game, and it's 2-2. And again, the Avs completely took over this game mechanically. Their underlyings were near perfect from that point on. Of the few mistakes they did make from there, Georgiev was playing excellent, making big saves. Not just the ones he needs to make, but ones that maybe he shouldn't always make. And that's the idea. It takes a whole team to win a hockey game. You need good plays from everywhere, and it took a while to get there, but the Avs got that tonight. They certainly deserve better in the third period. They should have won this game in regulation if the hockey gods weren't cruel, but they are. So they had to take it into overtime. And it's ultimately Cale Makar that gets the finish. Okay, I don't have the highlight of it, but the Avs have done a great job with the forecheck on this 3-on-3 and have taken the puck away from the Coyotes multiple times. So they deserve a ton of credit on that side of things. But this play is Nathan MacKinnon giving a puck to Cale Makar, and Cale Makar going, hey, remember me, Connor Ingram? Yeah, I'm pretty good at this hockey thing. I'm going to walk by all of your defenders, go to the backhand, throw the hezzy at you, and just slip it by you. Ultimately, your best players were your best players, and that gets the Avs the win. You get the win on the scoreboard, you look really good doing it for the majority of the game. Take it, move on, go do it again in the next game. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to DNVR.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and I'm cold without all my hair.